Ever since I was a small child, video games were the center of my little universe. Nintendo reigned supreme in my household. They could do no wrong as they made video games of Citizen Kane proportions. Raised on characters such as Mario, Link, Donkey Kong, and Pikachu. Household names that withstood the test of time. I had gone from the Super Nintendo to the GameCube, skipping N64 because I was unfortunately unaware of its existence. The N64 shaped hole in my heart aside, another company loomed in the shadows, ready to pounce on my imagination. The antithesis of Nintendo themselves, Sega. They were once trailblazers in the gaming industry, outpacing Nintendo with their 16-bit console, the Sega Genesis. The release of the Genesis brought serious competition to Nintendo's doorstep. The company that saved its industry from the crash in 1983 was in for a monumental challenge. A certain mustached mascot took the reins once again to duke it out with a little blue hedgehog named Sonic. Fighting his way through Mario landed him a special place in my heart. It was Christmas of 2003, one of my favorites. I'd got my very own GameCube. Whenever I got good grades, my mom would order me games online or it was a trip to GameStop. One particular day would alter the course of my gaming career forever. I could leave the store with 2 games. I had made my decision. In one hand, I had Spider-Man the movie game, and the other would turn me into a lifelong fan of the Blue Blur Sonic Mega Collection. Boy was I in for a wild ride. Elated, I rushed to boot that bad boy up. Sega first graced my eardrums as the titular hero zooms past the screen. The menu greeted us with an upbeat tune that popped, really blasted you in the face. Sonic Mega Collection was one of the most comprehensive compilations of its time. You had 7 games to choose from right off the bat. Sonic, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic Spinball, Dr. Robotnik's Puyo Puyo, Mean Bean Meme Machine. Sonic & Knuckles, and Sonic 3D Blast. All were direct emulations of their Genesis predecessors. A compilation disc in 2002 came with a caveat. There were no save states. We live in a society privileged by the ability to record progress. Besides those titles include 7 more games as unlockables. Non-Sonic titles like Flicky and the severely underrated Rise Star. Rise Star features an anthropomorphic star. The boomer Starfy, if you will. His last known appearance was in Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed as the Flagman. What made him stand out was the usage of his stretchy appendages to hoist himself across gaps and defeat enemies. Titles like these helped me uncover part of Sega's long-standing history. Genesis gems like Comic Zone and the Ooze were exclusive to the Japanese version of the game. Comic book covers, full manual scans, promo illustrations, and videos for other titles bundled with the collection whet my appetite for everything Sega, especially the Blue Blur. Studying through the manuals gave me a better understanding of the games, not to mention the pleasant music accompanying my session. The text served as an introduction to world building and storytelling. There was never much story in platformers. To this day, these types of games are not lauded for their lore. Damsels in distress, anyone? Speaking of lore, a whole other canon existed inside of Archie's Sonic comics. Provided in the extra section of the game was Sonic the Hedgehog First, a graphic novel that featured 4 early Sonic adventures. We would see the debut of characters such as Bunny Rabbit, Sally Acorn, and Antoine de Colette, all part of a team known as the Freedom Fighters, a group formed in rebellion to Dr. Ira Robotnik's, later known as Dr. Eggman Empire. You could find a medley of comic covers within. I remember Sonic Live scaring me as a kid. Something about Sonic jumping out of the television set into the actual world was unsettling. That aside, all the other ones were a treat to look at. Inspired by what I had seen, Sonic comics made for worthy reading material in the future. Now, let us dive into some promotional materials. Sonic Adventure 2 was the latest and greatest game in the franchise at this point. It only makes sense to showcase. Ironically, the last Sonic title to appear on Dreamcast would be the first one on a Nintendo console. The Dreamcast had a short lifespan, but not put out its fair share of exciting titles including the first Sonic Adventure, Crazy Taxi, Space Channel 5, and Jet Set Radio, known in the States as Jet Grind Radio. I did not grasp the significance then. Sega came out swinging on the past rival's hardware. The updated designs of Sonic and Company looked way past cool. The edginess of Shadow the Hedgehog cannot be understated. They sold me. Like a sponge, my brain absorbed all the Mega Collection had to offer. The video section was intriguing. The history of Sonic filled in newcomers and veterans alike on the timeline. How else would I have known a Sonic and Garfield PC bundle existed? Did I need to know that? Probably not. Sonic enjoyed Mondays because he could zoom right through them. Sonic Mega Collection was not the first compilation of the franchise. Sonic Classics 3 and 1 for Genesis would have that honor. However, Sonic Jam for the Sega Saturn provided an extra facet. A host of some of Sonic's past works, but with more than meets the eye. It featured the main 4 Genesis titles. The hub world made it stand out. We see Sonic and Tails in all their polygonal 3D glory. Sonic CD shone bright with the opening and ending FMV. You can't deny the catchiness of Sonic Boom, a track created exclusively for the American audience. Most people wouldn't get to play Sonic CD due to the lackluster sales figures of the Sega CD, an add-on that had no place being attached to the Genesis. AVGN said it best. Besides the 32X, yet another Genesis add-on made the thing look like it was on life support. It's alright because Sonic Advance 2 showed off what 32 bits of power should look like. Not only was Sonic appearing on Nintendo's latest home console, but on the largely popular Game Boy Advance as well. Oozing style with its vibrancy and tons of fun, this will become my favorite 2D Sonic game for years. I wasn't just sold on Sonic, I was obsessed. I needed the games, merch, and comics. Anything I could get my hands on. The Sonic X TV show on VHS tape would suffice. I saved the cream of the crop for the biggest drop, the ad for Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I had just discovered this rebellious, fresh character. Upon initiation of Sonic, it gave me a chance to see him with more 2 than ever. All it took was seeing him and Shadow running towards each other to Green Forest. Overwhelming me with incomprehensible levels of hype, I kept up those grades, and not long after, I eagerly awaited for the mailman to deliver this package. Mega Collection was the catalyst that would lead me to not only one of my favorite gaming icons, but to a game I hold near and dear to my heart. I have Sonic Adventure 2 soundtrack on repeat to this day. So, I just want to say thank you, Sega. Such an outstanding job at introducing new fans to the series. There was something for everybody here. You could tell the amount of care when going into development. Sonic Team is having a tough time making quality games for the Sega mascot these days. Sonic 06 is, well, Sonic 06, and Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric wasn't what it took for there to be a Sonic Boom. Sega persistently pushes themselves to reinvent the character. I believe they should stay with what works and strive for consistency. I can appreciate change, but not at the expense of ruining what made the game so fun to begin with. Next year, he turns 30 years old. So here's hoping Sonic gets proper treatment and redemption after the travesty that was Sonic Forces. No matter what, I will always buy Sonic games as long as Sega keeps pumping them out. Sonic Mega Collection made me a lifelong fan and was truly a splendid entry point.